Hello everyone and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the return of the 3-point preview, the return of football. I am Alex.
Podcast style though.
Podcast style, a bit different. The social distancing. I'm here with
2 meters,
Ronaldo.
measuring tape and all
Measuring
that.
tape's been out. It's all been done. Manchester United versus Tottenham. Football's back. We happy? Are we ready?
I've never been happier.
I mean, it's good, isn't it?
Like you don't realise how much football kind of means to you until it's gone.
Mate, it's
life has been meaningless. Coronavirus and all that.
Mate,
football back.
It's been madness, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back. We're playing probably the biggest game of the return, in it. United Tottenham. I mean, Arsenal City last night, but that was always going to go that way. Though, United Tottenham, bigger game, team close together.
That was City versus a mid-table club, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I was seeing Sky Sports last night saying the 8 points to the top four. They're essentially the ninth. You're not in the top four race. You're ninth at the end. Of the
this
day.
is the biggest game of the return.
This is the biggest game of the return. United have. Well, let's get into it. 3-point preview. So we'll start with team news as we always do.
Yes.
Ollie's come out this morning, said that 2 injuries. We'll go through the really big misses we're going to have of Phil Jones, and sadly Axel Tuanzebe's out as well. Yeah. So that's a bit gutting for him, because I think he got a couple of games just because of the amount of fixtures. So he's not said how long that's going to be, but they've said they'll miss the game from the start. Phil Jones, not too worried about. I don't think he was going to get
Phil Jones is.
Do you think he's played his last game for United?
I hope so.
Right.
That's all I can say. I hope so.
And then the next bit of news, as you've seen there, about Paul, or you see with Paul Pogba, who's been slid in by a fantastic editor, Callum. Marcus Rashford and Paul Pogba have been out for a long period, but they're available. How long they're going to play, let's see. So they may start, may not start. But there was the kind of rumours going around, I think, that Pogba wasn't going to start. That was... He's not going to get straight back into the team. What do you reckon to that? What do you think?
Obviously, he wasn't that obviously involved in the matches before coronavirus or the pandemic happened. So it's not like a straight shoe-in. He's not got his match sharpness. He's not got his fitness back. So it's likely that he won't play. And obviously, if you're keeping the functionality of the team, there's been a lot of debate about whether Fernandes and Pogba can even play together.
Yeah.
Because they're very attack-minded and probably would favour a 10 role if you asked them. So,
I think so, yeah.
If you're keeping a balance of a team in a big game against a dangerous opponent like Tottenham, then it is possible that for a first game anyway, that Pogba might not see a start.
So we've also done our predicted 11.
Yeah.
So we kind of debated a bit about this. I kind of thought we might go for a 4-4-2 diamond, but with lack of width, lack of maybe the fullbacks pushing on, we've kind of gone for the 3-5-2, which is something he's used in the big games. He's against Liverpool a couple of times. So we've kind of gone for the 3-5-2. So run through the team quickly, which is David De Gea in goal. Back three of Lindelof, Maguire and Luke Shaw. Bailly's the one in that we've missed out, what you said. Yeah. How much he's going to play is yet to be seen, because he kind of got himself back into the team a little bit before the layoff. But I think he's going to go for Lindelof, and I think he likes that back three. So we've gone with that. We've gone with Brandon Williams as left wing back, and Wan-Bissaka. And then midfield, we've gone for McTominay and Fred, who kind of built up a really good partnership there, haven't they, throughout. And then we've gone Bruno with Rashford and Martial up top. This kind of goes with the Pogba not starting, obviously. This debate that whether he's going to start or not. So, but I think the big thing is this 5 substitutions. I think that it allows us to start with a system and then quickly change that. You've got 5 changes. You can make a change at half time and still not really hinder you. So you could go to a 4-4-2 diamond, you can go to 4-3-3, and it's not really hurting you in terms of the risk of if someone gets injured and you have to maybe add an extra striker on if you're chasing the game or adding a defender in. You can change your system a lot quicker, can't you?
It's got quite a lot of fluidity in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got the base of McTominay and Fred.
Yeah.
Then you've got Bruno, got the freedom to dictate.
Yeah.
And kind of find little pockets of space and slide Rashford in, because obviously we've seen that Bruno is a forward thinker.
Yeah.
He attempts the key pass. He's more adventurous than a lot of midfielders in recent times in the United squad have been allowed to be or have been. So with Rashford, and we know he makes great runs in behind, and he's not often been found in recent times. So if you got Bruno and Rashford, a lot of people have been excited to see how that can kind of work.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone's kind of been talking about Bruno and Pogba together, But Bruno, you've seen
Bruno
and Martial, and Martial has been the one that you kind of had to encourage to run in behind more. That's not his natural thing. Whereas Rashford, you've seen that he's done that so many times for United. That's what he loves to do, and that's his game. So having someone that's naturally doing that, someone that hasn't been like Martial, had to be almost encouraged to do that and to stop him dropping deep for the ball. You're starting to see the fact. Well, the other thing is he's got 2 options now with them balls over the top in that system. And if he does go for 3, if he goes for a Greenwood or a Dan James on the right hand side, I don't think Dan James will be coming in to the start. But if he does go for that system, you've got options running in behind there. Whereas before it was kind of you're forcing Martial to do it or things like that, and that's
and
great.
Now obviously
for
we've got someone that can actually find the key
find
pass.
a player, which is what we need. But yeah. I've said the 4-4-2 diamond. We could potentially see that with Pogba coming into maybe the 10 role, or Bruno in the 10, and then Pogba maybe a little bit deeper. But it does leave us very narrow. We've just been chatting about this. That even if we went Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, that's the width there doesn't really create too many chances. And like we've also said, Martial and Rashford both like to drift to the left hand side. It just leaves that right hand side completely empty. So unless you're telling Bruno you've got to go and occupy that space, which I don't think he wants to do.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one though, because with Wan-Bissaka, we obviously know that he's got a winger background. He was a winger first and transitioned to the fullback role, so you'd think he would be a little bit better, a little bit more polished in his forward play. But so far, he's slightly improved in recent times, but we've not seen that. So when you've got, especially if you've got a narrow formation, you've got the fullbacks of Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. They've both not got the attacking edge.
No, they've not got that attacking edge. They've not got that. They've not got the. They aren't people that are going to run in behind. They're not the kind of sadly the Liverpool fullbacks do that, and they can play a more narrow team. So we're waiting to see.
Luke Shaw though, the thing is with Luke Shaw came in with a reputation of being an attack-minded, but he's too often he plays a bit half-paced. He just hasn't got the impetus that you'd want. Like Williams comes in and he's got that.
Yeah, I think you have to play.
He's on the front foot.
You have to play if you're doing this. If you do the diamond, it has to be Williams. Yeah. Let's look at Tottenham a bit. Obviously, the news that's just come out that Jose Mourinho said that Harry Kane, Son, and Moussa Sissoko will start for Tottenham tomorrow.
We know that Dele Alli's not playing. We know.
No Dele Alli, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm not. But Harry Kane and Son, obviously. Very good players. Love to score goals.
You don't want to jinx it, but
Harry Kane doesn't like United too much. He's had a couple of good games, but not too many against United. I think he had the Jose 3 incident game where he had a decent game. But apart from that, we've kept Harry Kane relatively quiet in these kind of games. And we definitely did at the start of the season. Did he play? Did Harry Kane play? I think he did. I think he did.
I think obviously don't quote me on this, but I think he might only have 1 league goal against United, so obviously not trying to jinx it, but hopefully that continues.
Yeah, Lo Celso is also an injury concern for Tottenham, but it's going to be a very different Tottenham team to what we would have faced if we'd have played them the weekend of when the lockdown came in. They had no Kane, no Son, no Bergwijn, I don't think Moura was fit either as well, and they had very few defenders as well. So the fact that I think it has helped them a bit, but I think the other problem that kind of Jose faces, Jose's obviously a person that sets up to almost defend first. He's always been that. But like we said, we're struggling to pick a system. So I'm guessing Jose is probably in the same kind of mindset right now that he doesn't know whether he's going to come and face 3 at the back. He doesn't know whether he's going to face a midfield diamond. He doesn't know whether he's going to have Pogba and Bruno playing. He doesn't know whether it's going to be Rashford and Martial, whether it's going to be a Gallo in there, whether it's going to be Dan James or Greenwood. We've got options, and that kind of probably is confusing him as much. You can't pick a system that you can't stop all them.
Everyone in. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Jose to do a substitute within the first 10 minutes with these 5 things. Because I reckon he'll do it. 5 substitutes. I reckon he's just going to go, I don't like what we're seeing here, and just swap it straight away. Because I think that's a very Jose thing to do. With these 5 subs, he's got the license to do mad things.
You got, with the new rules, you can expect Mourinho to be the one to be like, "Oh, you're not playing well."
Yeah, come off. You've not done 1 run yet. So
or he's seen something he doesn't like, because it's like everyone's starting from factory reset. You've been out. It's 3 months out.
No apps on your phone.
No app. 3 months out. No one's been playing. Obviously, the analysis will be from games of ages ago when a lot of players might not have been fit and things changed, etc. Yeah. So it's like you don't really know what the other team's going to turn out like.
No, not at all.
And obviously with the 5 changes, you got a lot more leeway to change.
I'm excited and a bit nervous for seeing what the teams are coming out. I think
I'm excited. I'm actually very excited.
It's going to be a big game, though. You know, Tottenham. I said Tottenham aren't going to be an easy pushover. I'd love to have played them when we were in that bit of form and they were on the down. I think that would have been perfect for us. But you know, let's see how things go tomorrow. Next thing, our key man for tomorrow. We have gone for Marcus Rashford as the key man because I think that even Tottenham are in the best of form or whatever you can call it, haven't had the best of season. There's still not going to be too many chances this season in this game. It's just not going to be the case. And you saw in the first game against Tottenham this season, Rashford took his first chance very well and then scored the penalty. And I think that was the difference that game. They missed a lot of chances. I think it's going to be the same thing again. I think we're going to need to take those chances. And, you know, obviously this shouldn't affect on the football pitch, but all the positive energy around Marcus Rashford right now, with everything he's been doing on and off the pitch, I think it's going to be down to him to kind of ride this wave a little bit.
Yeah, ride it. Like, that's what we're hoping for, because all the positivity surrounding him, and we know that obviously he was having the season of his life before his injury.
Yeah.
So you just got to hope that he's kind of hung on to that little bit of form that he showed and carries it forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And obviously with Bruno and his creativity, I'm excited for what Rashford can actually bring.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how we line up. I'm excited to see how we line up rather than what it was at the start of the season, which is going, oh my God, who's going to fill in? Who's going to play today? Who's the player we're going to have to go? How has he got a game again? Because that was kind of what it was going like at the start of the season.
Kind of gone from the days of the Pereira and Lingard starting in a lineup
to now
maybe not even making the bench.
But
which is probably about right for what United need to be at, as harsh as it sounds.
And then you've got other players in there. You've got to think. I mentioned yesterday Juan Mata. I don't think this will be the game for him, but I think we'll see more of him in this, especially with the fact that he can come off at 45 minutes and not seem like we're wasting a sub. I think he, as someone that likes to start a game, see him. We've got options up front, which is great to see. Same with Mason Greenwood. You know, it's a little bit easier to throw an 18-year-old in, knowing that you can bring it, you know, with the
even Dan James,
even Dan James.
Like we've kind of had this notion from the start that Daniel James will work really well as an impact substitute, obviously with his pace and his energy. Yeah. Obviously from the start it's a bit different, but when maybe you've got a lead or two or the game's tight and the team's coming onto you, and then you put Daniel James on, I think he can be really dangerous in that role.
And I think against Spurs, with even if he comes on against the left, with Aurier being, if he plays, he's obviously been rash this season as well, and he's
always quite rash.
He's always quite rash. So let's see how that goes. But anyway, that is all for our preview today. Make sure get your score predictions in below. We're not going to do one. We'll get our score predictions in. Should we do one?
I think we should do one.
Go on, what do you reckon? What are you going for? What are you going to go for?
I'm going 2-0 United.
2-0. I went 2-1 on my predictor. So 2-1, I'm reckoning tomorrow. But yeah, get your score predictions in below. We are back tomorrow. We'll have the news in the morning. We will have, and then back to normal match day. So we'll have team news when it comes out. We will have a watch along and a review. So make sure you're checking that out. Make sure like this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Laters.